Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. I am Scorpio3 and thank you for being here today. It's an exciting day because we have the new Assetto Corsa Rally, which is a game that I thought we would never see. But I'm super excited for it because Assetto Corsa, the original, had some fantastic mods for Rally. It was just a great time. And now we have the OG, the original Assetto Corsa Rally. So have these guys done us proud? To be honest, I actually think they have because I've been playing this for the last, I don't know, I've done about 80 kilometers from what this says, and it doesn't take long for me to figure out that this is a fully fleshed out rally game that is only in early access, but it is so good right now that it puts some other games to shame, to be honest, even just in early access. So, how is that the case? We're going to talk about it. So, for me, this game handles really, really well. I had some issues. Actually, first of all, let's start with the issues because I had some issues when I first started this game. I couldn't use my my manual and sequential gear shifter. It's USB directly plugged into my computer. So I ignored that and I just used my paddle shifters for a little while, but that was almost impossible, especially in this game. And I'll explain a bit more about that later. But yeah, it was just like it wouldn't detect that at all. Everything else was fine. All my Moza gear picked up, no worries. But yeah, that was a bit of an issue. And my next issue was that I felt like I had a massive flat spot in my steering. The first 40 degrees on either side of my steering wheel wasn't moving the car. It was continually going straight. And I wasn't sure if that was a game thing or what my setup issue. But I solved these two problems and I thought I might start with these because these could help a lot of people if they have the same issues. So let's start with the first one. And that is having a USB device that doesn't work. All right, this will be quick. The gamepad activated or something. It's something you can go into. You got to disable Steam input for controllers. If you go into your Steam, you go into the game, go into properties, and there's a little cog there. You go into properties and go into game controllers, and you'll get an option to disable Steam input. I would do that, disable for all controllers, get rid of all that. And then once I did that, funnily enough, I went back into the game and I tried to map my buttons again, and then everything mapped. No worries at all. Whereas it wouldn't pick it up at all before that. So do that. Highly recommended. And the next issue I had, which I have seen a fair bit of this online, is the force feedback. And I'm not sure if this just relates to lower powered devices, but the force feedback has that dead spot in the middle. And for me, what half fixed that, and it fixed it enough, is turning your gain up here. Turning the gain up to 120 or 130. I believe you can even go a little bit higher if you want to. Just depends on your feel. And now it feels a bit better. And I feel I might even try bumping that up a little bit more. But that tells me that there is something potentially wrong with the force feedback. Although it feels great though. Now it feels great. I went into my Moza settings and tweaked that quite a bit. I have a very aggressive steering force feedback profile, you could say. So I think I need to back it off a little because it is a little bit vicious, especially when you hit a big hole. But anyway, and I hit plenty of those. So once they were my two biggest problems. Once I got those solved, everything else seemed to work pretty well. And the only other thing that I would say other than that is triple screens. If you are running triple screens, at the moment, I believe it needs NVIDIA Surround to work or SRWE, whatever it is. I think there is a way to get it to work with that. But for me, I use Surround, but even if you use Surround, it still gives you the options in under video. And if you can then, if you're running NVIDIA Surround, you can turn triple screens on, And then you can also adjust your bezel size, screen width, and screen angle, and everything in here. I have just manually done that for now, and it visually looks fine. It looks really good. And so we finally have a rally game that supports triple screens properly. And that was worth the price of admission for me just in itself. And speaking of price, I did something stupid. I purchased this for $35 Australian, and I already owned Assetto Corsa Evo, and I could have got it for like $5 less or something. But I didn't see the bundle in the uh, Steam store. So if you're going to purchase this and you already own Assetto Corsa Evo, just you press on the bundle button with Assetto Corsa Evo, and you'll get it for like $5 less or something. But I didn't do that. Anyway, see, I don't read. But anyway, so other than that, yeah, everything's pretty good here, and I'm playing on a custom preset here. I've enabled DLSS because when it was running in TSR, when it was running in TSR, which is factory, I had a few glitches on the screens. It was very, I don't know, blocky and a bit average, and yeah, a lot of distortion kind of as well. And then once I switched it off and went to DLSS, it looks night and day better, night and day. I don't run frame gen, but I turned up my sharpness a little bit, but 30% looks quite nice. And then if you come down here, yeah, to be honest, a lot of things are on medium or low, and the game still looks stunning. Like, I think you really get away with a low-end GPU, even though it's Unreal Engine 5. It still seems to run very, very well. So, yeah, I'm pretty impressed for an early access title. This runs heaps better than Assetto Corsa Evo did when that was released. So, uh, yeah, the team that created this did an absolute fantastic job so far. We're off to a great start, which is excellent. Anyway, we'll jump out of here. I'm not going to go through all the details in here because there's a lot here. There's a lot of other channels that have videos on all the details. Obviously, you've got rally, time attack, and free practice. One thing I do like is that you do have a set of course of rally events, and then so hopefully they're going to be updating them with events, I hope. And it could be training as well, which would be really good, or some sort of education around rally and how the cars work. And then you've got Rally Encyclopedia, which is really good. This is what stands out with this game above anything else, is that they care about this game. They want you to understand rally. It's not just get in and drive a car. It's understand how the cars actually work, the rules of rally, the rally history as well, give you a bit of education around it. Like, what is it? And why do people love it? And it just shows that they're passionate about this game and they're passionate about the sport. And you can really tell when you play this game because it's the little things. It's the little things that stand out to me in this game, that it shows that they've put some soul into it and some time as well, to really think this through and not just give us a generic rally game once again. So you'll see here what's included with the game with the early access title is, I believe it's 10 cars, and really good selection actually. Some new, some old, all different eras of racing, and front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, four wheel drive, you name it. It's all sort of in here. A couple of my favorites is the reason I probably bought the game was the Delta, the Delta Integrale. Love that car, rocket, small little rocket. The Abarth is an absolute beast as well. Rear wheel drive and handful, absolute handful. Sounds fantastic. But one, I enjoy the i20 as well, and the Zara, the Citroen. That's a beast. And some of these older cars sound fantastic. They've done well on the audio. But two cars that really caught me by surprise. The Stratos is probably my favorite out of the whole game at the moment. That thing is an absolute beast. It drives so well. It feels like a real car to drive, like the majority of the cars do. For some reason, this just stands out. You can hold slides. and just hold it under throttle and brake with it, steer with the brakes, and it just feels really good to drive. And then the big beast over here. This thing is an absolute machine. Yeah, the Rally 037, the Evolution-y. I don't Evolution-y? Don't even know how to say it. 1984. That's another Lancia. I should have known that. Yeah, it gets Group B, so big boy. But yeah, cool cars. Even the Mini Cooper's heaps of fun to drive. I've had a couple of burls in that, and that's really good. So, but the models of these cars are what stands out to me. They've put some time into this, and they said it themselves. They've even they've CAD'd these cars and bought them in like as real form as you could imagine. So we'll go into this and have a look. Like you can just spin around and have a look at this thing. Like look at the details in here. You can zoom in. Look at this thing. Exhaust. Got all the linkages. Damn. You can see the suspension setup in there. The lower arms. Yeah, the drive shafts. Like so good. They've really put some time into this, and you can see like even like the little screws that hold everything together. This is how much detail we're talking about. And if you want to open her up, you can open everything up and have a good look. Like, look at that. Oh, that is what I'm talking about. Absolutely stunning. This is what I mean by when I say the time that's gone into this is incredible. Look at the texture on those seats. Yeah. Yeah. Spares in the front. Wow. So damn cool. It's like this for every car so far. And I don't know how they're going to keep this quality up. Like, I really hope they do, because this could be the rally game that ends the majority of rally games. And I enjoy RBR. I haven't played it a hell of a lot because I just can't get past the graphics for me. And I know the graphics are not what makes a game. I played heaps of games that are just not graphically orientated, and I still love them. But yeah, it's 21 years old, and I feel like, and even though there are some tracks and cars in that are incredibly detailed, and the modders do a fantastic job, you guys are absolute legends, because you make some fantastic stuff. But for me, I don't know. I just played it for a little bit, and then I couldn't play it. Uh, it just got to me in the end, and it's not the modder's fault. Just there's only so much you can do with the game engine, so I understand that. But yeah, this is just absolutely cool. I really rate this, and I really hope they keep up this momentum in quality, because it's stunning. It's so stunning. Anyway, but other than that, not a bad selection of cars. One thing that is a bit of an issue right now, and everyone's said this so far, is just you do not get a very big amount of roads to drive on. And that was a bit concerning for me. You only get two locations, um, two stages with 10 variants, two stages with 8 variants. But it's good. You get a good mix. Some gravel, some tarmac. You can race in the rain, at night, in storms. Um, yeah, however you like. And yeah, it works to a degree. Some feel better than others, but it's a work in progress, early access. But just the drive is what makes this game, I feel. Just the actual driving itself. So let's go and take it for a spin. And yeah, let's check it out and see if it's worth the hype. One thing that caught me by surprise here is the ability to be in the engineering area, be in the service area, and have a look around, and even look at the car and look at the surroundings. That's pretty cool. You haven't had that in any other game, I don't think. So not being able to adjust that sort of stuff and look around. So these little things, like you see how they shut the doors when they're getting in, and you also have this little part at the start here where you can drive off, and you just have this tiny little start. portion where you have to drive up to the start line. Another thing we haven't really had in rally games too much, as far as I know anyway. And we have to make sure we stop and set our car up correctly. But have a listen. Have a listen to this beast.
Go. 70 over crest. Into 5 right long, tightens 3. Into 2 left long, tightens 1. And 5 right, short. Into 4 left, short. And 5 left over crest. Into 3 right long, 40. 5 left, 60. Caution, brake, junction, square left, 60 over crest.
So we may as well talk about the performance while we're here, because that's one of the biggest things for a lot of people is the performance. Now, to be honest, this runs really well. There's not too many issues. You may see some micro stutters happening on the recording here, but I honestly couldn't see that when I was driving. But I know that some people have had problems with micro stutters and issues like that. But I haven't had too much. And I did have some micro stutters when the game was in TSR mode, but when I switched to DLSS, all those stutters seemed to go away. And this is obviously on triple screens at 7680 by 1440p. And yeah, no, it runs quite well. I think I get about 80 to 120 frames. That's on a 5080 on those settings that we looked at earlier before, which is my PC's. It's not top of the range, but it is relatively high end. But it's still AM4, 5800 X3D, 32 GB RAM, and a 5080. But honestly, this game graphically looks absolutely stunning. Unreal Engine 5, whatever they've done with Unreal Engine 5 for this game, they've done a really good job, because this is the smoothest early access I've ever seen for Unreal Engine 5. And it runs a hell of a lot better than most games that are Unreal Engine 5, so they've really tweaked this. They've done a fantastic job. But you can see from the replay up in the top right hand corner that the graphics in the replays look stunning. They look almost real. They're very realistic. And if you watch just the suspension movements in the car as I almost barrel it, you can see that just how the wheels move, how the suspension moves, how the tyres also flex too. It looks very realistic. Should definitely not have cut there. But yeah, like, it's pretty amazing. And we'll jump into another track now. We might go to some asphalt in the Zara. But look at the rain effects. The rain effects is what got me the most. It looks so real. The wipers look so real. The rain looks real. It really is an amazing interpretation of rain. And even on the road, you can see the reflections in the road of the trees and the signs and the lights off the car. Yeah. And this car also sounds great. Let's have a listen to this one.
Tightens, 3 left, 40, keep right. 3 left, don't cut, and flat right. 6 left, 80. 5 left, and 5 right long, over bumps, 150. Caution, brake, chicane right, narrows.
The sounds in these games, the sound design is really good as well.
60.
Really good.
5 right, 250.
It does actually work quite well, the sounds. Like, you can hear the rain on the roof of the car if you're as you're driving along. It's got some serious atmosphere. You can hear the squeal of the tyres on the load. Sometimes it may not be 100% accurate, but it's very, very close. The only thing that I would say about rain, what I've started to realise here, is that you don't get any feel in the wheel of aquaplaning or the puddles digging into the tyres or anything like that. So it's kind of a little bit just placeholder a little bit until as I spin out until you go to brake. And then you realise that you're in the wet, because when you go to brake, it's very easy to aquaplane and go straight, or that the road is slippery. You tell, as soon as you hit the brakes and you lock up, you're gone. You're straight into, if you'll see this next corner, I think it is, they just go straight here, hit the brakes too hard, lock up, wet, no stopping. And you also see the front of the car, the damage. The damage model is pretty accurate. That would have done more damage in real life, but it damaged that corner of the car, and that damage stays with you as you drive along. But the sound is fantastic. The graphics are absolutely insane. You also see my dash flickering there because I've done some damage to the electrical system. Yeah, this game could have some super potential. Absolute super potential. But where we'll finish off here is we'll jump into some night driving. And now, I don't like night driving in most games, but this is like a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. With this type of handling model that's very kind of realistic and difficult, this is, yeah, there's a VR mod for this. VR does not come out, not officially anyway, for a little while, but UEVR saves the day again, apparently. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to get my Quest 3 out, and I'm going to give that a go shortly. And I might make a video about that, because it looks awesome in VR so far, and I'd be interested to see how it runs, see if that stuttering's still there. But yeah, like from what I've seen so far, driving at night is pretty hectic and pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to trying VR. But this game is in a great spot right now. I'm extremely happy that they made this game, because this is what we needed. A newer version almost of RBR without the endless mods yet, and there is some question up in the air about modding, but from what the developers said through a video that I saw, that they're not going to bring that out until the game is stable, running well, and they've almost finished completion, which I believe they think is going to be in about 18 months or so. But I don't know how that's going to be possible with live lidar tracks, and the amount of effort they put into cars. It's going to be a lot of effort and a lot of time. So fingers crossed they do it, because this is going to be a game for the ages and one of the best rally games that has ever been created. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe if you wish. Peace.